Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Hearthcenter. Your, I believe today is I believe today is a Tuesday night. So we are back, and we're bringing you the highlights of the last week of THL. I am one of your hosts, Lotus Knight, and I am joined by such a great crew tonight. We have, first of all, to our top left, we have Azalea Kari here tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Had a nice. I think we all had a pretty nice off season to rest and relax, and we're ready to get back at it.
Nice. We did. And below Azalea, we have Neji Boston in the house. Neji, how are you?
I'm doing good. Apparently, I'm cosplaying as Danka's dad, as that is my image for today.
I didn't realize that. I will fix it. But on the
No,
other
I'm kind of
side,
down.
we have Geranium Battle. How are you, Geranium?
I'm doing really well. Um, I'm a little bit spooked of the topic of today because we got to narrow down to one favorite team. I have so many favorite teams, but I'm excited.
Nice. It's going to be fun. And lastly, we have Super Chicken here. Chicken, how are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm excited to get back into Hearthcenter, and I'm excited to look at some of the new teams.
For sure. We have quite the show for tonight. So I'm actually not going to transition a lot. I'm going to leave us mostly in the main screen for tonight as we begin by looking at the teams. So I want to invite our hosts tonight to give us their opinion on each series. And before we begin, we're going to start talking about Hero series, and a lot happened in Hero last time. I want to ask what was a highlight for the season. So I'll do a quick round and I'll just have each host tell us something they remember about Hero last season. And I'll start with Geranium Battle.
Oh man, I think it's not hard to remember just the absolute tightest of all races to make it into playoffs that happened last season, where teams uh, were like a lot of teams on both conferences were really close to making it in, some missing by less than a point. So that was my memory of last season.
Fair. Chicken, how do you remember Hero?
Yeah, Hero was very up and down for mine and Neji's team throughout the whole season. Like, started off really badly, and then kind of started stringing some wins together. But yeah, my favorite memory definitely has to be in the finals, having it going to game 5 and having Rayscription clutch it out with a 3-0 win over Saku. That was pretty amazing. I mean, then yeah, we all got on call right after that, and we were pretty excited. So yeah, that was probably my favorite memory from the season.
Nice. And Neji, what was your favorite Hero memory from last season?
My favorite memory, just being on my hero team was pretty good. It was good vibes. We ended up winning, which was cool. And I also remember losing to Ron in the finals, Ron OP. But yeah, hero was pretty cool. There's a lot of good teams that season. Very competitive. Good time.
And Azalea, any highlights from Hero you want to tell us?
Absolutely. So I think from my team, from teaming with Dream, I think getting to be on a team with Uranium as captain was a fantastic experience. Overall, the team was also really good vibes. I think one of my favorite moments from the season was getting in call with Canoe and Stinzy after Canoe pulled off a really clutch win at the towards the in the final week to against Yellow Dart to really to kind of propel us to help us get propelled into playoffs during a super tight race.
Nice. Overall, as you can see, it was a very cool hero season. And we say this every season, hero is getting harder, but this is going to be another crazy, crazy, crazy season of hero series. We have so many cool teams. So I asked you all to choose one team you want to talk about and a team you think is going to do well, a team you're interested in going over. So I'm going to start with Neji here. Neji, what is a hero team you were going to tell us to look out for?
All right. I am going to choose. I'll go with a premium membership. One of the APM teams, captained by Bone Masher. Very good squad, especially the top three with Stinzy, who's proven to be a pretty good 1 seed. Jammies, who's also played in the 1, but is now in the 2 seed. Dusharmo, who has also played in the 1 and is playing the 3 seed. Carrie, I don't know a ton about. And then
They used to
also
play in the one.
Yfair.
Yeah,
Well,
Carrie.
there we go.
Yeah,
They
Carrie was.
also played in the 1.
Yeah, Carrie was a max PR player many, many moons ago, and has come back.
Well, they have lost 300 PR and found themselves in the 4 seed, but I'm
Yes.
sure they're still a solid player. And then we have Yfair, who's also one of the better 5 seeds in THL. So I think just top to bottom, the team looks pretty good. I'm excited to see how they do.
I think Yfair played in APM's Pro Team 1 seed on one of the seasons. So
We got all the 1 seeds. Honestly, we should just call this premium 1 seed, but put like an M in front of the 1 so that it's APM.
Oh yeah.
Now, that is a really strong team, not gonna lie, but there are other crazy teams, don't you think so, Azalea? Tell me your pick.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do I want to talk about? I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Harvard of the Northeast. I want to talk about Justin's hero team. Because I mean, they're running always just in time in the 1, and he's an excellent player. Um, even with maybe as he's been winding down, doing less and less, he whenever he plays, he's always really good. Rockfire and Rock I believe, played their first seasons last season. And they maybe didn't do so hot, but I think seeing rock people up in draft series, I think in this environment on a different team, I think these guys can do better. The other 2 players is where I really lack knowledge, but a team run by Justin is gonna have the resources they need to succeed.
That's fair. Um, Geranium, what is a team you recommend us take a look at for hero?
Oh, yeah. The entire time you were naming off people, asking them to say their favorite team, I was like, don't pick Harvard the Northeast. Don't pick Harvard the Northeast. Don't pick Harvard the Northeast. Yeah, so was going to go with Harvard the Northeast, my Northeastern University alumni
I should have
boys.
let you have it.
But that's okay. We didn't talk about this beforehand. Instead, I will look over to another team in the same conference, and I'm going to talk up Dr. Boom's Puzzlers.
Yeah.
Dr. Boom's Puzzlers, it's not hard to see why this team would succeed. Lemur and Jespin both had insane seasons last season. Jespin already starting up 1-0 with what I would consider to be a pretty tough win. And yeah, Nice Jewish Owl is replacing CMAC. Nice Jewish Owl, if you remember, pretty much also has only insane hero seasons. Ever since he played on that F2L team a long time ago. So that core right there of players that we know are going to do well, if they just win every single week, well, that team wins every single week. They're going to smash through to playoffs. Matt Damien is a new face. However, I think maybe no one should underestimate Matt Damien. because coming in, fresh PR like that, I believe he has to have made Legend once. It doesn't have to be High Legend, but has to have made Legend to be set at 260. And then he is also the coach of an esports organization for a university. So I feel like he's probably going to come in with the good knowledge. And then Righteous Jammies has been to the precipice before. Righteous Jammies, I believe, made finals on Clown Town many seasons ago. And yeah, they have said that they have learned a lot from those experiences. So I think that, all in all, this team that's 1849 PR right now is maybe looking to be closer to 2000 PR real life.
Fair. That's fair. And lastly, Chicken, tell me, what is a team you want to tell us about?
You may say this team is a bit of a dark horse. And even calling them a dark horse may be an understatement. But I disagree. I'd say the gas leak inside the Starbucks is a team to watch out for. Not only because of how dangerous a gas leak is inside of a Starbucks, but also because of some of these dangerous players, including the Captain Turtle in the 2 seed,
Yeah.
A2 Battleship in the 1 seed, T-Cots in the 3 seed, Tickers in the 4 seed, and Super Buckles 1-for-1 in Hero Championships,
The man's back.
making his triumphant return to Hero Series. Will he get his 3rd win? I think he won. Wait, he won like once in playoffs and once in regular season, right? Or no? Did he just win once? Maybe it was
Back-to-back
just
weeks,
once.
baby. It was back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
Oh
last
my
week in a
god,
row.
he's so
last week of
good.
main season.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, Super Buckles could have a. I think if he has like maybe a slightly better season than last time, getting maybe 2 wins, team actually has a decent chance of making playoffs. Turtle is like always pretty good in Hero Series. A2, I would say, is the biggest wild card for them. Has been a very successful THL player in the past, but hasn't been playing in tournaments or any sort of like conquest format in quite a while. I do know he's been playing on ladder quite a bit recently this expansion, so he's certainly well practiced with the meta so far. But I think it depends if he's able to really shake off the competitive rust.
Those are indeed some hot picks. And did we forgot anything? Let us know in the comments. Let us know where we got right, what we got wrong, and correct us in the future weeks. As we move on to our second series of the night, I'm going to keep us moving to Legacy. So Legacy had some great moments last season, I should say. So I'm totally biased here, but I'm going to throw to my hosts. Starting here with Chicken. Chicken, tell me a highlight of your Legacy season.
Um, I'm gonna leak a bit of confidential information here about one of my matches that I played. So Infinite and I were playing our match in Legacy semifinals, I believe, on stream as well. Uh, and and Infinite, I think, yeah, Infinite and I were also in call playing our match together and talking to each other during the match. It was really funny because I'd be like thinking about a turn. Infinite was like, dude, Chicken, let's go play your turn. uh, yeah, no, that was like the most fun I've had in a heart. Even though I lost the match, and I was still like very much trying my hardest. But it was probably the most fun I've had in a Hearthstone match in a very long time. And Infinite is a very funny guy, and I really like talking to him. So it was a lot of fun for me.
That's great. It reminds me of the match I played with Neji last season. That was a very fun one where Neji had a very fun rogue deck. I'm sure he remembers what I'm talking about.
This is what I was going to talk about for my moment.
Oh, go for it, Neji.
Okay. Yeah, so whenever I play Lotus, we usually hop in a voice call. It's a good time. And we were just discussing life and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I found myself up 2-0, and I pulled out my weapon rogue deck. Very good deck.
Oh, no.
And I expected
Ain't
Lotus to
no
not be
way.
playing a quad aggro lineup, but unfortunately, I found myself in the situation where he was playing the quad aggro lineup. And I proceeded to get absolutely blown back 3 games in a row by aggro. And from then on, I only brought good decks the whole season. No more bad decks.
You
heard
heard
it
it
here
here
first.
first. Neji got his back blown out by Lotus.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, sir.
Love it. That's a great moment, to be honest.
It was a really funny match. I enjoyed it a
Yeah.
lot because it was just
Yeah,
awesome.
me
I
too,
mean,
for
even
sure.
our whole exchange was hilarious the whole time because I was hoping, like, I was like, is there a chance that this is a deck? And no, there was not. None whatsoever.
Ain't no way.
Hmm.
Geranium, what is your moment of the season?
I kind of want to say that my moment is in week 1, facing L-Bomb 25 and bringing Weapon Rogue and losing with so no, I'll go with something else. I guess I'll say my favorite moment from last season was the sort of meetups that I had with Canoe IRL. We ended up going to this. It's sort of a escape room esque place called Bodeborg, which is a Swedish based company, and yeah, just like doing puzzles with him in a non-Hearthstone environment really sort of brings the team together.
Nice. And lastly, Azalea. Any special moments you want to say?
I think, and this doesn't relate to my team. In fact, it actually pertains to one of Geranium's from last season. The day of the final match of like the last going into chat match, we were chatting. He was very just pretty nervous about things, and just getting to see the relief from him telling me, well, we won. He was like just telling me after that he got the sweep to win, which is good in Geranium in the end for results. I mean, I loved playing with my team as well. It was a great season. The results go our way, but it was a fun time overall.
Nice. So let's talk about this season because last season was great, but we have a new season starting right now. And I'm going to start here with Geranium Battle. Geranium, tell me, what is a team in Legacy you want to watch this season?
Ooh, I think I want to watch out for Defias. Defias has been sort of my pet rival team ever since we matched up the very first season that I captained. We matched up in finals, and then they've continued to make playoffs every single season since then. But with a little twist this time. This time, Nebkanuk has defected to a different team, and now they're running with Truth AM, who was their 5 seed last season, who went undefeated. That's their new 3 seed. And Truth AM debuted in the 3 seed. So I think that this is sort of an interesting storyline of both individually, Truth AM and Walkerman, and the entire Defias brand of just moving forward and continuing to be extremely consistent, extremely dominant.
I just want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to Wild9, who always does a great job with Defias, and looking forward
Absolutely.
to doing that this season. Chicken, I'll move it to you. Tell me a really hot legacy team we should be waiting for.
Yeah, legacy team, I was having a little bit more trouble with. I think there's actually a lot of really solid legacy teams. But I might have to go with the Titans of average size here.
Okay.
This team technically at the moment has the lowest PR of any team because Genji has not yet registered for legacy. So his PR does not show up on the team's page. But I actually don't know what Genji's legacy PR is anyways. Probably like
550.
some
It should be
Okay.
550. Yeah.
so they're not the lowest. But
No.
but yeah, this team has some pretty good players, notably Mojo Powell returning to THL. But yeah, they have a superhero who's always consistently very good, Genji, who can put up some very strong, or has put up some very strong performances in the 1 seed. Neb Canuck, another great player, and then Judo Chop, who's also had some very strong results in the 5 seed in the past. So I think all in all, this team has the potential to be very, very solid.
I agree. I'm looking forward to this one, among many others, like the one Azalea Kari is going to mention right now.
Oh man. Let's see. Who do I want to give a shout out to? Because like Chicken said, there is a number of good teams in Legacy this season. I am going to go. I'm going to talk about F12 White. A team that to me just looks super scary. Robobs, Bobson's, he's always one of the strongest 1 seeds. Yoxter is an extremely strong player. He has played more and more PR series, and he's been gaining a lot of PR. So much so that Marty B is in the 3 seed on this team. That is very scary. NHL is a 1 seed caliber player who doesn't typically play a ton of PR series, so he hasn't really moved up a lot in PR. Totino's Pizza Rebob and Totino's have been pretty much a really good duo together. And it's sitting in the 5, and then Azulinas, Lena making her second season in THL, and I think she can definitely improve from where she was, and this team looks very strong to me.
Nice. Lastly, Neji, what team do you want to bring up?
I will go with the Stubbs. They have Lemur as their 1 seed, who was our crossover champion of last season and did well in all the series. So you can't go wrong there. Epic Mingo, who is a really strong player, could probably play in the 1 seed as well, and he is in the 2 seed. Jespin in the 3 seed. Jespin's proven to be a very, very good player. 3 seed, I'm sure Jespin will do quite well. And then we have Nomad Farmer and Pro B1 in the 4 and 5, who are pretty solid players in their own right. So
Yeah.
I think the Stubbs, who's a classic legacy team, is looking pretty good this season.
Nice. I like the subs. I used to play in the subs. That was my second THL team. Always like it. Always fun playing with Oz and crew. Any further thoughts on Legacy before we move on to Pro Series? Okay, so we hop straight into Pro Series, where we're going to start with greatest moments of last Pro season. And I'm going to ask Neji first. Neji, what were some great moments of pro for you?
Um, hmm, Pro. Um, I can't remember that many good things from Pro, to be honest. You know what? I will say something that was interesting from Pro, or something memorable. Might not be the best memory, but it's memorable. Was Justin bringing the same lineup every single week.
Wow, you stole mine.
Dang.
Memorable indeed. Yeah, he brought the same lineup, or he submitted a lineup in week 1. It was all right-ish for week 1, and then he decided that he would not submit a lineup ever again until playoffs. That did not go well for him, and was yeah, memorable, we'll say.
Memorable is a word you can say. Um, Chicken, anything you remember of last season?
Uh,
Dang, I stole the only thing.
yeah. Yeah, that's actually, man, I'm actually having such a tough time. I had like I had like so many things I could have said for Legacy and Hero, like both. But yeah, Pro was like kind of all over the place last season. Felt like, um, even though we were like doing better in Pro than we were in Hero, it felt like we weren't gonna go that far in playoffs just because like I don't know. So some people were like a little like we were maybe just not feeling it. Um, what is a good memory?
Oh my gosh.
When Justin lost like the 5th week in a row, it was kind of funny.
Oh my gosh, I'm just roasting this man.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
And Geranium, what was a highlight of last season?
So I didn't really mention Wild9 for Defies because I knew that we were going to be talking about Pro. And being someone who's teamed with Wild9 in the past, being someone who's talked to Wild9 about THL, he just was less confident about Pro and about his Pro performance. In general, like he would go into the season, he would say, "Man, a lot of these players are really scary," and then he would end up in the 5 seed, or he would end up, or like he would start in the 5 seed because he just, he didn't want to face the extremely tough players, and then to see him last season go undefeated for the entire season and get his team to finals, get his team up in finals even, was amazing to watch. And I really hope that Cheesemongers United has another great season.
For sure. Really appreciate Wild9, one of the funnest people in THL, I think. And always great to see him getting that result, getting that recognition he deserves. Azalea, any moments you want to
Uh,
highlight?
yes. I wasn't trying so much during the but the moment that I think might have struck me in all of last season was seeing ridiculous hat win was seeing Brian Hat in ridiculous winning a pro championship. Um, Interview week after watching the McBanner face versus Memnarch match was insane. Um and just getting to see them was
That was a very crazy match. McBanterface finals was. I joined in the middle to watch it, and I was talking to Ron. I was so nervous. It was crazy.
and to draw into lethal.
It was just a crazy match.
Yeah. Yeah.
That said, though, Pro is also looking sharp this season.
Yes,
Azalea,
yes.
what is a team you want to tell us to watch out for this season in Pro?
Um, um, I want to talk about probably the most interesting name. I think one of the two most interesting names I've seen in THL history. Only behind one of Geranium's legacy teams, Finn's Femboys, which is Gimme Lamp's team. The players on it are not like they might be more prevalently known for being wild players, but I think almost everybody in here has a lot of standard experience. And this team is really fierce. Yo Daddy coming back. Lasagna's such a great player. Pace always made finishes in both wild and standard. Waluigi Time, excellent player. Very very good in Lamp. Uh, who I could definitely see doing well.
Nice. And Neji, who do you think, or what do you think is a hot team to look at in Pro?
How can I not pick the AFG pros? We got Dragon Rider, who is captaining. We also have This Week in Hearthstone, who is new to the format, but I'm sure will be a strong player, or at least have some creative decks. I know they often bring some cool stuff, so I'm excited to see what lineups they have. Flying Kraken, who used to play Hearthstone quite a bit, strong player for sure. In the bottom two, I'm less familiar with Jagatari and Being Rachel, but I'm sure Dragon Rider picked up some good players there too.
For sure. For sure. And let's move to Chicken next. Chicken, what is a legacy team we should keep an eye out for?
I think a team to look out for is, I'd say, the aggressively proud mages. We're seeing Parallax return to THL this season, and the last time he was in THL, he did really, really well. So I'd say betting on him is generally a pretty good idea, and I think he's gonna lead his team to a pretty strong season. A lot of kind of unknowns on this team with Ring 13, a Harmless Dog, and Walkerman. I don't know if I've ever seen them before in THL.
Harmless Dog is new.
Okay.
Walkerman is returning pro, first time pro playing, but is on a like season as well.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Lowbrow's a pretty well known, pretty solid THL player. So, yeah, I think as long as Parallax isn't too out of practice, I think this is going to be a pretty solid team. Oh, and of course, captained by Azalea.
Yeah.
And finally, Geranium, what is our final team of the night we want to talk about in Pro?
Is it any surprise that I want to talk about Cheesemongers United after talking up Wild 9? I
No.
want to talk about the other players from the team, though, because I think they're all quite strong. Not Bamity. He played in the draft series just this last off season. He was the only player that I lost to there. Very solid. Looking to when he's not locked into the same decks. Looking forward to see how he changes throughout the season. Pyro Llama.
Yeah.
Pyro Llama got to finals alongside Not Bamity in both pro and in trios. And had a fantastic season. I know Wild9 had an undefeated season. Pyro Llama, I think, only lost one set the entire season as well. Random Dude. Random Dude is, I haven't played much pro, but Random Dude is the only person to have beaten me in pro. So, sort of a who's who of people I've lost to in Cheesemongers United. And then Memnarch has been one of the players I've lost to in Wild. So really I respect these guys a lot, and I think that they can do it again.
Nice. Those are some hot teams, but tell us what you think. We're always looking to hear from our viewers, and tell us next week what matches you want to see. We are going to have our commercial as well starting next week. Because tonight is just a warm up show while we get into our Hearthcenter chops. But we have a mini game. End the night, Geranium prepared a special What the Deck mini game for us to play. And I invite all our viewers to play with us. Geranium, take it away.
Of course. So let me know when you're ready, and I'll start with the first card.
I'm ready.
I love complaining.
Okay. The first card is Mancrick. Mancrick is in this deck. What a surprise. Mancrick was in a lot of decks, but can you narrow it down? I will take DMs. It's not looking like anyone's DMing me. So let's get a second card in here with N'Zoth, God of the Deep. That should narrow it down a lot.
Huh?
Mancrick and N'Zoth, God of the Deep. Reminder, this is a deck that Vicious Syndicate called Tier 1.
Yeah.
We've got a guess from Neji. Neji, would you like to say it out loud?
I don't remember Mancrick being in the deck, but
Oh, maybe that's a bad sign then.
it's Nails Paladin, guys.
So that's the deck I got the
Oh.
highest ever in
Griffin.
Hearthstone, and it does not play
Oh.
Mancrick. Mancrick is awful.
I hate it here. But no other deck plays N'Zoth. N'Zoth sucks.
So true. Well, goodbye, Neji. You are no
I
longer.
think I won, to be honest. Fake news.
Okay.
Okay. Getting any other guesses?
This is certainly one of the Neji performances of all time.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, perhaps we'll need a third card then. And the third card is Alar. AL''AR. If you don't remember what that card is, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I don't need your handouts.
This is not a deck, guys.
It is a Tier 1 deck on Vicious Syndicate.
Oh, wait, I know what it is.
Huh?
DM me then.
I think I know what it is.
Oh.
Okay, go for it. Go for the
I
guess.
know.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
You go
It's
for it.
Death Rattle Demon
Death
Hunter.
Rattle Demon. Yeah.
N'Zoth, God of the Deep, to revive Alar and some of the other. Well, let's see one more card here. Tusk Piercer.
Tusk Piercer.
Death Rattle weapon.
Yeah,
What is
Death
this?
Rattle D.
This
No, I
deck is
had a
so
feeling I
fake.
knew. I had a feeling it was that. Chicken beat me to it. It's Death Rattle Demon Hunter.
Yeah, N'Zoth also revives Illidari Inquisitor. As the
Illidari
demon.
Inquisitors. Yep.
And it revives the little guys,
Quillbore?
the beast.
The
Quillbore is Deathside Cultist or
Deathhead Cultist or
Razorfen Beastmaster, and then
Yep.
Razorvore is a beast.
Fishy
for
Flyer.
it.
Oh yeah, I love
Fishy
this
Flyer
deck.
is the Murloc. Yeah.
Oh, this deck was awesome. Yeah.
Won't catch me playing this fake deck.
No,
It was
this
very
deck
much a fake deck.
Thank
No.
It
you.
was a fake.
Well,
When-
actually, I'd say
when the first expansion, when this was around, this deck was good. After that one expansion, it fell off
Very
hard.
debatable.
It was kind of like, it was in a meta where like Control Priest was like far and away the best deck in the game, not even
Yeah, and this
close
deck,
to
and
close.
this deck,
And
and
this
this
is
deck
like
beat.
one of the few decks that had
beat
a
it.
positive win rate versus Priest.
It was awful into everything else, and his off Paladin was just so much better.
So
Luckily,
I was right.
Demon Hunter was never outside of Tier 1. Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, you
ever
could
since it
certainly
got
make
released.
say it was tier 1 considering it beat Priest, and Priest was like 40% of the meta. So
Yeah,
having a deck that beat that is pretty solid.
I imagine I can go back and find this report. Maybe.
Yeah, VS Report 198. I put it in the.
Be nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and just look at it. I just for fun. Is this the only one we're doing?
Yeah, it's the only one that I prepared.
Okay, cool.
Also, I do want to answer to Bone Masher. Is this an arena deck? It's Baron, so you actually don't know if you're playing constructed or arena. It was more or less.
Hot damn. They ain't wrong.
But with that, I think that is it for
Okay.
us tonight. I want to give a special thank you for our hosts and ask if they have any final words. Azalea, any final words for tonight?
Well, I'm excited that we're back to Hearthcenter and that the season has started. Thank you, Lotus, for your work in continuing to keep doing this, and thanks to all my wonderful co-hosts.
Geranium, any final words for tonight?
Yeah, my final words are that according to that Vicious Syndicate report, Control Priest was tier 2. Have a great night, everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
And Chicken, any final words?
it's
tonight?
true.
yeah, I mean, it's a short but fun show tonight, and I'm very excited for the next season, particularly trios. I had a really, really great time in trios last season. I think the consensus is that trios was a great format, and it was just a pretty good time overall. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the second season. We were looking to win it last season, to be clear, but we did not. We did lose in game 5 to the team that eventually won it. I think we were up 2-1 in that as well, and our stupid Enraged Warrior kept losing games. But we will not be playing Enraged Warrior this time. So surely this time we just win it all easily. But yeah, I'm very excited for that.
And lastly, Neji, any final words you want to say for tonight?
Thank you for having me. It was a fun show. I enjoyed discussing the teams and reminiscing about all the series, except for Pro Series. And looking forward to this season. Yeah, thank you.
For sure. I believe that is it for us tonight. So I want to wish you all a good night. Remember, you can play on stream. We're always looking for stream matches. You can just message the stream match channel. And as a bonus, I posted this in content announcement. But for those of you thinking of playing on stream, you will get a raffle ticket by playing on stream. And on week number 6, and on the final week, we here on Hearthcenter will be giving away $10 in Hearthstone stuff. So just choose whatever you want that totals $10 out of BattleNet, and we'll give it to you if you win the raffle. If you don't win the raffle, then you're not getting anything, but it is a fun ticket. And playing on stream is also fun, so we really recommend you do it and have a great time. With that said, I'll wish you all a good night, and we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.